Welcome back to the deep dive. You know, I was stuck in traffic today, just staring at the car in front of me, and I had that thought.
Oh, I know this thought.
The ultimate fantasy, right? If I had just left 5 minutes earlier, or, on a bigger scale, if I could just go back and fix that one really awkward thing I said.
The ultimate undo button.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The allure of time travel it's just universal.
It really is. It's this deep human desire to rewrite our own script.
Hmm.
But today, we're not really looking at the fantasy of it. We're looking at the nightmare.
And not the fun Hollywood nightmare with dinosaurs?
No, not at all. I mean, the logical nightmare.
Yeah.
The moment where reality itself just breaks down.
Right. We are diving into a whole stack of research today on the grandfather paradox. And I've got to be honest, reading through some of these papers on, temporal logic, it actually made my head hurt.
It's a loop of contradiction. That's really the best way to put it. To get why it's so dangerous, we have to start with this idea of linear time.
The foundation.
The foundation. The past we experience is solid. It's concrete. Your existence right now depends on this totally unbroken chain of events.
The source material had this metaphor that I thought was so unsettling.
Oh, the hammer.
Yeah, the hammer. It says, to travel back is to stand on the foundation you are about to strike with a hammer.
Precisely. You're not just visiting a museum. You're standing on the building you're about to demolish. If you break the foundation you're on, you fall.
And that gets us right to the core of the grandfather paradox itself.
Which is, in simple terms, if you go back in time and prevent your own existence.
Then you can't exist to go back in time to do the thing that prevented your existence.
It's a complete logical short circuit.
Okay, so to keep this from getting way too abstract, the research gives us a kind of case study to follow. A traveler named Sam.
Right, Sam's our guy. And his intent is really important here. The sources are clear. Sam isn't a villain.
He's not trying to change history.
No, he's just a tourist. He wants to see his family history, that's it. Observation only.
Which makes what happens next so much more tragic. So let's set the scene. Sam gets his machine working, and he targets the year 1960. He's going to see his grandfather, Jack.
And Jack in 1960 is, he's a young man, he's single, and this is the key part. He's not yet met Sarah.
Who will become Sam's grandmother.
Exactly. The entire future of Sam's family hangs on this one specific period of time. No Jack and Sarah, no dad for Sam, and no Sam.
So Sam fires up the machine. He lands in 1960. He's just there to get a glimpse of his grandpa in his prime.
Yeah.
But then we get to what the study calls the incident.
The incident. And this is where theory reminds you that big historical events, they can hang on the smallest, most fragile little detail.
Okay, so let's walk through the critical juncture. It's a specific night in 1960. Jack's walking down the street. Where's he going?
He's on his way to a party. And this isn't just any party. The historical record, as it were, shows this is where he meets Sarah.
This is the moment, the catalyst.
It's the whole causality chain. The meeting leads to the marriage leads to Sam's father, and so on, A to B to C.
But now Sam is there. He sees young Jack on the sidewalk, and he gets excited. I mean, who wouldn't?
Of course. It's your grandfather, young and alive. So Sam, he rushes over.
And this is where the universe, I guess, plays a really cruel joke. The source calls it the hazard of insertion.
Sam is so excited he doesn't see a banana peel on the ground.
A banana peel? It sounds like something out of a cartoon.
But that's the point, isn't it? It's random. It's chaos. It represents all the little things you can't plan for.
So he slips.
He slips, crashes right into Jack, and Jack goes down hard, sprains his ankle.
Okay, a sprained ankle. That doesn't sound world-ending. Get some ice, elevate it.
In a normal situation, no. But in temporal mechanics, context is everything. Jack is hurt, he's in pain, so instead of going to the party,
he just limps home.
He goes home.
And because he goes home, he never meets Sarah at the party.
The meeting never happens, their paths they don't cross.
And this is the divergence. This is where it gets terrifying. No meeting, no marriage. Sam's father is never born.
And if Sam's father's never born...
Sam is never born.
Exactly. The erasure of the traveler. His entire origin has just been wiped from the timeline. And that brings us right back to that hammer and that foundation. We have hit the logical crash.
Okay, we have to go slow here because this is the part where my brain just wants to say error. Let's trace it backwards.
Let's do it step by step.
Okay. Because of the banana peel, Sam is never born.
Right. Timeline scrubbed.
If Sam is never born, he can't grow up to build a time machine.
No inventor, no machine. Correct.
If he never builds the machine, he never travels back to 1960.
Keep going.
If he never travels to 1960, who slipped on the banana peel?
And there it is. The fatal exception. It's like a computer program hitting a null pointer. It just crashes.
Because if Sam wasn't there, the accident didn't happen. If the accident didn't happen, Jack went to the party, met Sarah, and Sam was born.
Which means he did go back and cause the accident.
It's an infinite loop. Existence, negation, existence, negation. It just flickers.
Yeah.
It breaks everything we think we know about cause and effect.
It does. Cause has to come before effect. Here, the effect erases the cause. And that is why theorists have come up with these frameworks to, repair the timeline. They're basically patches for this paradox.
Okay, let's repair it. What's solution A?
Solution A is the fixed timeline. It's mostly connected to something called the Novikov self-consistency principle.
That sounds dense. What's the short version?
The short version is, the past is immutable. You can't change it. The universe will, and I'm quoting here, conspire to maintain consistency.
So if I try to change it, the universe physically stops me.
Not like a person, no.
Yes.
It's just probability. If you went back to shoot your grandfather, the gun would jam, or you'd miss, or a bird would fly in the way. You're a spectator in a movie that's already been filmed. You can't change the script.
Okay, but Sam did change something. He made physical contact. Jack did sprain his ankle. How does the fixed timeline explain that?
This is where it gets really clever. It creates a causal loop, a self-fulfilling prophecy. In this model, Sam didn't break history.
He created it.
He created it.
Wait, how? Jack missed the party. He didn't meet Sarah.
He did meet Sarah at the party. But think about it. Jack has this nasty sprain. What does he do the next morning?
He'd go to a clinic, a doctor.
Exactly. And who just happens to be working as a nurse at that very clinic?
Sarah.
Sarah.
Oh. So the injury was the reason they met.
Correct. In the fixed timeline, Sam was always part of his own history. The family story about how Grandpa and Grandma met always included a mysterious stranger and a banana peel. He didn't change a thing. He just played his part.
So the loop is stable, the snake eats its own tail, and it's fine. The paradox is gone.
It's gone. Because the interference was always meant to happen.
Okay, that's logically very neat, but philosophically, it's kind of awful.
Why is that?
Because it means Sam had no choice. He thought he was this pioneer, but he was just a puppet walking on tracks that were already there.
You've hit on the big philosophical problem with this model. Free will is, well, it's an illusion. The source calls the traveler a pawn of destiny.
I don't like that. I want my choices to matter. So there has to be another option, right? One where I actually have agency.
There is. And that takes us to solution B, the multiverse.
The many worlds interpretation. This is everywhere in pop culture now.
It is, yeah, but the pop culture version kind of smooths over the really tragic parts of it. In this model, changing the past doesn't rewrite your timeline. It creates a new one. It branches.
Okay, so talk me through the banana peel moment with the multiverse.
So Sam arrives, he slips, he hits Jack. At that exact moment, reality splits in two.
A fork in the
A
road.
fork in the road. Timeline A is the original one, the one Sam came from. In that timeline, nothing really changes. Sam just vanishes into his machine one day and is never seen again.
So timeline A is fine. It's just missing one Sam.
Right. But because of the accident, a new branch forms. Timeline B, the divergent timeline.
And in timeline B.
In timeline B, Jack gets hurt, misses the party, and never meets Sarah. He marries someone else, or maybe no one. In this timeline, Sam is never born.
Sam is standing right there. He's the one who slipped.
And that is the absolute horror of solution B. Sam survives, but he pays a terrible price for it. He is now stranded in timeline B.
He's an anomaly.
He's an exile, a refugee from a timeline that he can never ever go back to. Think about it. He's in a world where he has no history, no birth certificate. His parents, they aren't his parents. He is physically there, but chronologically, he's a ghost.
That sounds incredibly lonely. Maybe even worse than being erased.
It's this profound alienation from your own origins. You had total free will, you changed the past, congratulations, but the price was everything you ever knew.
So if we compare them, solution A, the fixed timeline, you're stable, you belong, but you have zero free will.
High constraint.
And solution B, the multiverse, you have total free will, but the consequence is you're totally isolated.
Exactly. A universe where you're a powerless pawn, or one where your actions make you an orphan.
Neither one sounds like a great vacation spot.
No. But this whole problem forces us to look at the nature of time itself. And the sources bring up this really cool idea about the resilience of time.
Right, I saw this. Is time a fragile thread, or is it a thick rope?
That's the question. If time is like a single fragile strand of glass, then one little slip, one banana peel, and the whole thing shatters. That's the classic butterfly effect.
But the rope is different.
Very different. Think of a huge rope on a ship, made of thousands of little threads woven together. If you snap one of those tiny threads, does the rope break?
No, of course not. It's way too strong.
Exactly. This is the theory of historical momentum. It suggests that major events have a kind of weight to them. A minor ankle injury might not be enough to break the rope.
So even if Jack misses the party, the rope just kind of pulls things back to the center.
Yes, the universe wants Sam to be born, so the events will find a way to converge. Maybe they don't meet at the party, but they bump into each other at the grocery store the next day.
So the little details can change, but the big picture, the main outcome, stays the same.
It suggests time is resilient. It can heal itself from these small wounds.
That feels like a much more comforting idea, a middle ground.
It is, and it actually touches on quantum mechanics, which gets mentioned a lot in the footnotes here.
Oh boy, lay it on me gently.
Just for a second, the source mentions superposition. At the quantum level, a particle can be in many states at once, right? Up and down at the same time until you look at it.
Schrödinger's cat, both alive and dead.
Exactly. The grandfather paradox is kind of like that, but on a massive human scale. Until the outcome is decided, Sam both exists and doesn't exist. He's a quantum state of flux.
But we don't live in a quantum state. We live in a world with very solid banana peels.
Right. We want a real answer. Did he vanish or did he stay?
Yeah.
And we don't have it yet.
You know, it all just comes back to that central theme, doesn't it? Free will.
It always does. This is a physics puzzle on the surface, but underneath it's all about agency.
The source puts the question so well. If we can't change the past, do we truly control the present?
And the flip side, if every choice creates a new universe, does any choice truly matter? You know, if there's a universe where I had toast this morning, does my choice really have any weight?
It makes you feel very small.
It can.
Yeah.
But the sources end on a note I really liked about the invisible threads. It reminds us that whether time is a loop or a tree, cause and effect are real. Actions have consequences.
Right. We might not have time machines, but we are creating the past for the future right now.
We're laying the foundation. We're weaving that rope every day.
So we should probably be careful where we throw our metaphorical banana peels.
Absolutely, because we can mess things up perfectly well right here in the present.
Okay, so let's wrap this. We've got Sam, the fixed timeline where he's a pawn, the multiverse where he's an exile, and the rope where the universe just kind of shrugs it off.
And we still don't know which one, if any, is true. The mystery is still there.
The final thought from the research says it best. Whether time resists us or multiplies around us, the paradox reminds us that cause and effect are the invisible threads holding our reality together.
It's a beautiful thought. We pull on those threads every single day.
We just don't get to see the end result. And honestly, maybe that's for the best. I'm not sure. I want to know if my coffee order creates a paradox in 50 years.
Ignorance is temporal stability.
Well, this has been a massive amount to think about.
It's a deep dive, all right.
Thanks for joining us on this trip. And next time you trip on the sidewalk, just remember, you might have just saved or doomed an entire timeline.
Or fulfilled your destiny.
Don't start!
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll catch you in the next timeline.